Hi and welcome back. In this video we're talking about creating our own errors in Python. Let's go over to our errors project and I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to call this errors.py and we've got now ourselves a blank file. We've looked at how we can raise errors, but we've only used the built-in errors. That's, for example, raise type error. We've got this type and we've created a new object of it, and that's what we raise. Now, we know how to create a class that extends everything from another class, essentially a copy. How to create a class that is essentially a copy of another class by using inheritance. If we had to create a custom error so that we can do my custom error, remember this is a class and it has to inherit from one of the built-in errors. You can pick any you want, for example, type error. Go ahead and pause the video and try to create a class that would inherit from a type error. How you may go about that. It's fairly straightforward, it'll just be a couple of lines. Okay, I hope you managed that. Very straightforward, but it can be a bit confusing when you encounter that you have to do something in a new scenario that you hadn't thought of before. Creating a class that extends a type error is just like creating a class that extends any other class. Class. My custom error, type error. And then of course we need the indented block, but we can type pass to just pass through and not do anything. Now we can raise my custom error because it essentially is a type error. It's just got a new name now. So we can raise it. Let's right-click errors.py and run it. And by the way, if you start getting accustomed to pressing the play button up here on the right, that's fine, but make sure to check what you are running, which is this thing here. And right now you're running app. So if you press play, you're going to run app.py, not errors.py. So you may want to run errors. Now notice how you get my custom error thing here. But it doesn't have a message or anything like that. And what you then get is __main _ dot my custom error. Don't worry too much about the main part. We're going to look into exactly what it means in the next section. But just know that you've managed to now raise an error which is called my custom error. And of course, you can put in here some message. This is a pretty terrible message, but you can. Now, we've made this edit, and I'd also like to intersperse into here some PyCharm goodness. Now our run file has changed to errors.py. So we can press the play button up here on the right, or we can press the play button down here on the left. And that's fine. And that's going to rerun that file. And now you can see that you get a nice description beside your name of the error. This is how you can create your custom errors. Now, of course, you can have a custom error that takes in some more data other than just a message. And this is part of the power of these custom errors. That, for example, say you want your custom error to include an error code. These things are fairly popular. For example, if you've ever got a printer, you'll know that they give you error codes all over the place. And sometimes it can be useful to have error codes in your messages. Now, an option is, of course, to have something like error code 500. Ouch, an error happened. But you don't know that this error code is 500 from a program point of view, because, of course, this is a string. It's just some letters and numbers and symbols, and Python can't interpret it. If you then wanted to check whether your error has a code 500 or not, it would not be so easy. So instead, the best thing to do is to have two arguments, the message and then the code, for example, 500. But in order to do that, we have to define